Quarter of the draw. Anton Andersson serving of Sweden in the black and blue. And he's playing Benjamin Sørensen of Denmark, playing in red with the Danish flag behind them as well. So both players have had delighted, I think, to have got this far. In the last round, Benjamin Sørensen beat Martin Grunewald of the Netherlands, a very fancied Dutch player and ex-quarter-finalist of this competition. And Sørensen won 10-15, 15-10, 15-6 against Martin Grunewald. So a newcomer with a lot of talent, both right-handed attackers.
1-2.
And both players have cited Alexander Fleming as their favourite ping-pong player, and they both kind of emulate that style as well a little bit. A soft ball there from Sørensen, and then a harder forehand due to the error from Andersson. So it's 2 points all. Up to 15, best of 3 games.
2-3.
Anton's been playing quite hard for the last year, thinking about the sandpaper, playing at the end of his table tennis sessions with the sandpaper, and then solidly in recent times. I met him in 2017 in Holland. There was a big get-together of hardbat players, a similar form, and clearly talented. And since then, he's playing table tennis with sponge and rubber full-time, and adding ping-pong to his repertoire. But Benjamin has come quietly through the draw. He's 5-2 up now. Oh, that's a great... You can see the side spin on the ball. They say you can't spin it, but he definitely bent that one almost around the net. Both players enjoying the result of that effort. Side spin there. Wasn't a bad drop shot from Anton, and then he just placed it beautifully, didn't he? Great stuff, fellas. Benjamin mixing up defence and attack. Very consistent.
I'm really enjoying this game, Colin. It's completely different to the last one, which was so much power all the way through. This is really a game of tactics, touch, quality of placement, and variation of speed. It's brilliant. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, a bit of cat and mouse going on. Benjamin deciding when to play the ball very, very soft and when to play it fast. Anton's looking intently, runs around, forehand down the line, Maxime style. And again, when the players go in, I think they often hit it off the end. So Anton back in it at 6-8. And serving to come. Swede from Karlskrona in the south of Sweden. But I said, do you know Benjamin well? And he said, no, don't know him at all. They're quite new to each other. They don't live so far apart. And they're similar age. Anton's 22. Benjamin, 24 years old. From Aarhus.
8-6.
Silkeborg club. Anton says that his favourite venue is his home club, Lyckeby, in the south of Sweden.
9-6.
So he's based himself and he's playing table tennis pretty much all day, every day now. Spoke to Anton this morning and said, what's the tactics? And he said, well, it's getting the right mix between playing carefully and taking your chances. And I think in that rally, he did a good version of both. Fast serve across court. Benjamin quite often pushed away from the table, sometimes playing with backspin. 50-50 pretty much here. Nice backhand down the line. Big attacking backhand from Benjamin. Well done.
10,
Keeps him 10 8 ahead. Smart players, aren't they, Tony?
Yeah, I'm particularly enjoying watching Sørensen play. He's got such good variation. Backspin, slower balls, and then sudden injection of power. Really good placement. Really nice player to watch.
Yeah, and that's indeed the way that he described his own game. He talks about variation, and he talks about always trying to keep his options open till the last minute.
10,
Try and give the
9.
opponent exactly what they don't want without any time to predict. But he does have a very controlled style, very thoughtful way of playing. A very creative player.
9, 11.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. Anderson doesn't really know whether he's going to get a more powerful ball as he did there, or something he's got to reach forward to, as Sørensen takes a lot of the pace out of the ball. Very clever. Good.
And that's worthy of Maxim Shmurov.
12.
One backhand, runs around, forehand down the line. Beautiful. So he's surprised a few
9.
players. He shouldn't be surprising us by now, because he's got through to the last 16 of this World Championship. Again, the backhand down the line from Anton. Just missed the forehand.
13, 9.
Disappointed Anton Anderson, having to receive serve, 2 points away from defeat.
13,
First
10.
game in his last 16 of the World Championships of ping pong. Smart play from Benjamin again. Got Anton away from the table. That's a
10,
lovely combination, wasn't it,
14.
Tony? Very, very well thought through.
Yeah, and that last ball down the line, I had no idea it was going there. Completely surprised me. I thought it was going wide forehand, and it was right on the white line on the backhand side.
So, game point to Benjamin Sørensen. Oh, forehand down the line. Anton saw it,
11,
cracked it across
14.
court. That's the best shot of this game so far. Let's see that one again. Forehand down the line and across. Unbelievable stroke production under pressure. Can Anton keep it going? Well, it's back to 14-12.
14, 12.
3 points on the run now Anton needs, but that would give him the game. 15-14 would take the first game.
Let's serve.
And let's serve. Anton just skies it, but make sure it goes on just in case. Fast serve across court. Both players playing forehand from the backhand side. And again, Anton just goes too wide as he switches down the line. First game to Benjamin Sørensen. 15 points to 12. What a lovely game to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Sørensen's very entertaining from my point of view. I really enjoy his variation. I do think Anderson's a good player as well. He was actually fighting his way just a couple of points behind all the way through. But let's have a look at Sørensen here. He's getting some advice. I think he'll just be being told, keep doing what you're doing, keep mixing it up, keep changing the pace.
Between about 12 and 4 this afternoon.
And
this is the dark horse that's come through fairly unnoticed. Keeps beating good player after good player. Benjamin Sørensen in the red from Denmark.
1 each.
Anton Anderson in the blue and black knows he's got a big fight on his hand now, with Sørensen taking the first game 15-12 in this best of 3 last 16 match.
1, 2.
And Sørensen early in this game showing that he doesn't mind running around himself and playing big power forehands. He's won both points that way, so a bit different to what we saw early in the first game. So another puzzle for Anton to try and solve here.
It is a bit of a puzzle to solve, because there's nothing really that Sørensen can't do. He can play short, he can receive short, he can play the ball from long, he can go away from the table and attack, he can go away from the table and defend, backhand and forehand. And he's very, very consistent. So it's hard to plot your way through a play like this. It's like navigating through buoys and currents on the water. A lot of work to do to try and get yourself
3
through.
each.
Interestingly, this form of the sport, the sandpaper bat table tennis, it suits different players differently. And Benjamin Sørensen is only ranked number 40 in Denmark men's in table tennis. But clearly, sandpaper ping pong was made for him. He's doing really well. Anton! Don't do that, Anton!
That was bizarre. I've never seen that before. Not only did he switch hands, but he went on to penhold, I believe, on the forehand. See what happens here? Yep. He didn't just switch hands, he switched grip. Never seen that before.
When you know you're not going to win the point, swap hands and play penhold.
Yeah, I've got to say it wasn't close, was it? The forehand attempt.
Brilliant stuff. Forehand across the backhand corner. Oh, great stuff. That's beautiful. Well played, Anton. Bring it back on, he says.
5.
And what was he doing in this last rally? Crazy, crazy, crazy. There he is. He gets spread. Oh, this is the one we've just seen. Look at the ending of this rally.
Oh, it's
fantastic.
a great rally, isn't it? And Anderson whipping up the crowd.
Let's see the other one again.
5 each.
So here's what happened. Anton got switched wide of the forehand, was out of position, changed, plays left-handed, decides to go penhold. Absolutely no chance, surely.
5 6.
Maybe he thought that was a double. What you do for a double point?
6 each.
Still, he's in it. 6 points all. Game down. Benjamin just quietly working away at it. Fast serve, nice control to follow up. Anton playing with more power there,
6
though.
7.
Yeah, and that's what Anderson needs to do to win this game, isn't it? He's got to get that forehand in, he's got to hit it hard. And that's, to me, is his main tactic. And that's part of his problem. He hasn't got as much variation.
Yeah, Sørensen with all the variation. That's what Anton could do with.
6.
Very, very lucky one. Just catches the top of the net. So good rally. But then lucky for Anderson. Benjamin can't dive in fast enough.
Double point ball, Anderson. Please change the ball.
So Anderson going for the white ball.
Let's.
He's
He's
opted
to stop here for a moment.
He's opted for the double point ball, but he's got to actually physically change the ball from the orange one for the white to the white one for it to count. Blows on the ball. Get any damp off it. This one for 2 points for Anton if he wins it. Can't make it. Complaining that
8
Benjamin
7.
got a thick edge. And that'll feel like an opportunity taken away from him. Slightly wasted for Anton. So back to the orange, and he's only 1 point ahead. So unable to convert the double point ball. That's a nice forehand down the line. Schmirel style.
9.
Fast serve and a very fast follow-up. Missed the backhand.
7
So
10.
missed the consistent. Just overdoing it there. Side spin serve. Backhand to backhand trading.
10 8.
Anton missing the switch, but the Swede just with a couple of points of advantage still.
Yeah, he's doing really well, isn't he? He's definitely moving Sørensen around more. He's getting there side to side, side to side. Sørensen unable to take control of that point.
8
Anton says sorry
12.
in English to his Danish opponent.
Let's
Let's they'll take that one again. Fast serve, good block down the line from Anton. Kept Benjamin quiet and away from the table. Benjamin tried to get in and build the pace through the rally. Just over hit the last one. Anderson 2 points away from levelling it. Oh, that's a beautiful backhand. What a terrific shot.
13-9.
Fast serve and a lovely soft block from Benjamin. Yeah, another one there. Moving it around a lot, but Benjamin tending to miss the faster shots at the back end of this game. It's game point for Anton Anderson. Can he level it at the first opportunity? Back and down the line twice, off the net, and that is enough indeed. 1 game all. So both players 1 game away from the quarter-finals of the World Championship Ping Pong 2019, and both players looking for $3,000 at least to get through this one. Just clipped the top of the net at the end of that last rally. Backhand, top of the net there. A little apology there from Anton. Puts the bat down. That'll be Benjamin's next time round. And then a very smart piece of coaching, Tony, that, isn't it? Does that make you more credible?
He looks like he's ready to go somewhere very nice afterwards, maybe for a celebratory meal.
I think he's on his way somewhere.
Anderson, though, really impressive towards in the second half of that game. It was 6-all, and then suddenly he just pulled away, got stronger and stronger. I think he's starting to pick the variation of Sørensen. He's starting to understand what's happening, what's coming next.
Yeah, Sørensen varies it so much. He's so creative. It took Anton Anderson quite a long time to get used to it. But once you've kind of caught up with a very creative player, you've got used to the range of what they can do, there are then fewer surprises. So that might tip it in Anton's favour if he's indeed got used to the range of what Benjamin Sørensen can produce.
Sure, that's right. And there was certainly a huge change of momentum then halfway through that second game, so it'll be interesting to see if that continues now.
So it sounds like we've talked ourselves into thinking that Anton's the favourite. So I'm sure they'll prove us wrong now that we've gone for that. There's Cliff Carter in the background, one of the great sandpaper supporters. Finally getting back to his seat, ready for the third and final game in this last 16. First point to Anton. Slow balls from Benjamin, but again missed the one that he wanted to attack.
Yeah, you saw Sørensen really trying to slow it down there with a couple of soft backhands. Did it really well, but Anderson just measured it now. He seems to know what to do to those softer, shorter balls.
Sørensen missing the big ones that he's going for. So he's playing the soft balls well. There, gets him out of position, but then goes for the hard shot and misses. Not for the first time. So the momentum now back with Anton Anderson of Sweden. Sørensen stopped the swing to Anton's favour. Big forehand again, he can't quite find it. Where's that fast forehand gone for Sørensen? He can't really stop doing it, can he, Tony?
Oh no, he's got to be positive, go for it when it gets the opportunity. Just needs to make more of them.
Yeah, he's done it before, he knows he's done it before, he's just got to get that mental and physical balance again. Anton's reeled him in very, very beautifully here. Oh, great rally. Forehand to forehand, and now gets him in the backhand side. Wonderful ping pong from both players. Beautiful stuff. Well played, both guys. Nice to see that one again. And in the end, the backhand chop goes off the end of the table. So time now for Sørensen to use the double point ball. The white one's worth 2 to him as the server. Again, the forehand attacks deserted him.
Yeah, he had another opportunity, didn't he? It was there to hit, but unfortunately just didn't quite get hold of it, and it dropped off his bat into the bottom of the net.
Yeah, felt like Anton did a good job of keeping it low. Maybe Sørensen should have played that on a bit softer, I'm not sure. 6-3.
3.
So Anton will want to keep building upon this, because if Sørensen starts to get his hard forehand attack going again, he'll be very, very dangerous as he was in the first game.
Ends, please.
So change of ends, final game, halfway through, 7 points.
Ends.
Players being reminded that they have to change ends.
Ends, please.
The Velcro just coming apart a little bit. Anton willing the crowd on.
7.
Well, it's back on again. This little advertising hoarding on his chest. 4-7.
4-7.
I get the feeling that if Sørensen gets his hard forehand going on again, he could still be favourite. But at the moment, he's just missing so many of those forehand attacks. Anton knows it. He's taking the opportunity while he can. Make hay, Anton, while the sun shines, as those forehands were going on in the first game. Fast serve, kept it low. Sørensen, well done. But good pressure from Anton, getting Sørensen away from the table and keeping him there. Anton much more consistent in the second and third games with his forehand attack. Sørensen, less so.
Yeah, it's great play from Anderson. Those backhands down the line, taking the pace off, are really effective in the first end, but he's getting nothing from it now. Anderson's ready for it every time.
Yeah, very few mistakes from Anton Anderson. The forehands back from Sørensen.
Well
You said it, Tony.
5-9.
You dared him to get it back again, and he has. You see what just happened there. Then forehand, and then again, forehand hard again. Well.
6-9.
Does that give Sørensen a chance?
Well, there you go. Sørensen hitting a couple of good forehands on means that Anton's got to go for his a bit harder, and of course that draws mistakes.
Yeah, if he gets overstretched, we'll find that Sørensen's back up with him. After all the front running that Anton's done in the last 2 games, is Sørensen back? No, overhit that one as well.
7.
Yeah, I felt he didn't fully commit, and he just lifted it about 2 foot off the end in the end.
More fast serves from Anton Anderson. Good rally.
8,
Forehand to forehand
10.
exchanges there. Both players willing to run around, get the forehand in from the backhand side. Anton's nodding. Sounds like he knows what he did and knows what he has to do next. Oh, and that one hits the edge, puts Sørensen back within 1 point.
10.
Yeah, it's unlucky, isn't it? A really nice switch down the line here, this backhand, and Sørensen just manages to get hit, clip the end of the table.
So slight interruption. And then 9, 10 and serving for Sørensen. Missed it altogether.
11,
Anton's delighted that he kept the
9.
rally going there. Just to remind you, the winner of this one in the quarter-final will play the winner of the next match. That's the great, in more ways than one, Christopher Doran, 6'8", against John Misal of the Philippines. That'll be coming up as the next match on this centre court.
12-9.
So Anton just doing enough to keep his nose in front. I get the feeling that if he got caught, he'd be in big trouble. But he's only 3 points away. Can he hold on? Slow backhands from Sørensen. Goes to the forehand again. It's just not working for him.
13.
Yeah, it was great tactics, wasn't it? He kept it short and low, made Anderson lift it. And his coach still urging him on.
Great stuff, Anton. He's been brave to keep himself ahead. He's picked out the right shots, Anton, and his forehand has been very consistent. There he goes again, and that consistency on that forehand has given him match point.
Yeah, he's really worked hard for this, Anderson. He really deserves it, I think.
He has worked, he's been very brave to come back and to hold it. Big backhand from Sørensen, do-or-die shot, and he made it. Sørensen now needs the next 5 points to win the match, but Anderson, at every stage within that, is himself on match point. Fast serve across court. Oh, it's hit the net twice, and it's still in play. Sørensen's recovered from it. Still there. Defending on the backhand. Had to go back from the table. Now he's looking for the attack. Oh, and that's absolutely world-class play from Sørensen. He had to cope with everything. 2 nets in the rally. Had to come in. Had to play away from the table. Backspin, topspin, forehand, backhand. He had to do everything there just to keep himself in it, but he has. Same serve again, and Anton Anderson, I think he's pleased, but what a great sportsman as well. Anton Anderson beats Benjamin Sørensen 15-11 in the third and final game. That takes Anton through to the quarter-finals of the World Championships of Ping Pong 2019. Friends and coaches delighted. And here's the match point again. Fast serve across court, into the net.
15-11 game.
And he likes that. And the coach likes it as well. Well done, Anton. What an unbelievable achievement to get to the quarter.